What up, boys? In this video we're going to go over the aesthetic muscles. Which muscles are actually the most important when it comes to having an aesthetic physique. And here are my credentials, because I am not in a tank top right now, so I look skinny, but I went from looking like this, a stick, to looking like this, a pancake, to then looking like this, pretty damn aesthetic, I'd say, and some would say. So in this video, again, we're gonna go over and we're gonna make a tier list of actually the muscles that are important and the ones that you can kind of neglect, but you still should work them out, just a little less important than the other ones. And I have my screen right here. That's why I'm gonna be looking down and then looking up at you guys. So let's get right into it. And you know how it goes, as being the most important one, D being the least important one. Let's go. So first one, we have ab muscles. Look, ab muscles, mostly genetics, okay? Some are gonna have symmetrical, some are gonna have not symmetrical, some are gonna have just bigger ab muscles, which are gonna be more visible at a higher body fat percentage. Others have to get really diced, and even then they might not be that much, you know, that visible. So abs are made in the kitchen. This is a pretty true statement. You're not gonna see your abs if you're fat, no matter how hard you train them. With that said, you can still train them to make them a little bit bigger, pop them a little bit more. For that, just do a couple sets of leg raises, like every other workout, all the way to failure. But like, actually use your core, don't use your legs, don't swing. But with that said, even though they're purely genetic, I'm sorry, but they do have to go to S tier. Okay, next up, we have forearms. Listen, forearms, very important when it comes to having an aesthetic physique. Why? Because whenever you have a t-shirt like this, the first thing someone sees is the forearm, is the veins. I also have a full video on how to get more visible veins fast, so check it out right here after watching this video though. But yes, forearms are very important when it comes to having an aesthetic physique, but I'd say not as important as abs, so I'm gonna put it in A tier. Now, there's a couple of exercises you can strictly do like for forearms. This would be wrist curls. You could go like this and then the other side as well. This is explained in the veins video, so go ahead and check it out if you want right there. But yeah, man, also whenever you're training back, you're gonna be using your forearms if you're not using lifting straps, which I recommend not using at least for the first year of lifting, just so you develop the forearm strength. But with that said, yeah, man, you do have to have some visible forearms, so definitely don't skip them. You don't want to skip them, bro. Next up, we have biceps. Biceps are going into S tier. I think that is pretty obvious. Whenever you have your shirt, it's very easy to go like this and show off your biceps, which are really important, and girls do like biceps, so you do have to train biceps pretty damn hard. Listen, I always have 3 exercises for biceps. I'm not saying on one day, but just 3 overall in my training arsenal. It would be something that has your elbow in front of your torso, okay? Something that has it behind your torso, and then a hammer curl, okay? And that way you are hitting all of the heads of the biceps, so it's equally developed and looking nice. Next up, we have lats, okay? And now lats, I am going to put into S tier as well. And you might be thinking, damn, I really need like all the muscles to look aesthetic. Listen, lats are really important because you want to have the upside down Dorito look. You want the V-taper, right? You want to be a upside down triangle, because having wide shoulders, wide back, narrow waist, it's just, this is what everyone desires. So you do have to train your lats pretty damn hard. Now, I'm not gonna go over specific exercises for this. You can check out the first link down below. Or I have, I think in shorts, like a free workout routine which has the exercises for the back. So you can go and check it out. If you want a video specifically for like every exercise for all those muscle groups, let me down in the comments. I'm gonna make it just for you. But yes, again, back, very important. You want that V-taper. Let's move on. We have hamstrings. Now, hamstrings is the one that I'm actually gonna put in C. And listen, I don't mean, if something is low in the tiers, I don't mean skip it or don't train it. I'm just saying it's not as important for having an aesthetic physique. It is important to be a healthy, functioning human being. Your quads are gonna be developed, and then your hamstring is gonna be underdeveloped. Like, doesn't make sense. I don't mean skip it, just, you know what I mean. Okay, next one, we have your butt, okay? We have your glutes. I'm gonna put glutes next to hamstring. They are important for having an aesthetic physique. Now, a lot of my female friends have told me that it is nice when a guy has a nice ass, okay? With that said, you don't wanna have a better ass than your girl. It's gonna make her feel insecure. So definitely don't do that. But first of all, you need this to have a proper like symmetrical physique, okay? Then second of all, your glutes are kind of like your core. They do help you with all of your exercises, stabilization, just making you as strong as possible. So do train them. But when it comes to having an aesthetic physique, you will be fine if it's not the most developed part of your body. Next one, chest. I don't even have to think about it. I don't have to talk about it. You know it's going straight to S tier. One of the first things that you see whenever you take off your shirt, because it's literally right in front of you. So very, very important. Now, a lot of people underdeveloped upper chest. For this, you want incline exercises, okay? So you have the bench, you put it up, and that's, I go around 30 degrees, and then you hit, your bench press or whatever. But with that said, upper chest is very important, but don't skip lower chest exercises. I did do that and I regret it now. So prioritize upper chest, okay? Have it as your first exercise on your chest day, but then do add some dips, for example, for the lower chest. Like, don't neglect it. Upper chest is very important, but it is important to still train lower chest. Next up, we have calves. Now, calves, I'm gonna put into B tier just because it is one of the first things that people see whenever you have shorts, because your quads are not that visible. So they are pretty important. Now you can do calf races for them, but bro, let me tell you, if you have weak calves, you're kind of cooked, okay? They are like really, really, really genetics. Like, I'm gonna show you a video of my calves somewhere on the screen. I'm not gonna lie, I do have good calf genetics. I know that. I don't train them at all, and they are pretty damn big. Like, compared to other parts of my body, they're like overdeveloped, I'd say. So yeah, you can still hit them. You should still hit them, but like, don't expect them to grow as much, because they don't grow that much as a muscle. Pow, moving on, we have quads, which I am gonna put at A. They are very, very, very important. I don't think they're as important as the ones in S tier, but still they're very important. Now here you wanna prioritize your squats, your leg extensions, okay? And they're gonna grow, okay? You can also do Bulgarian split squats if you're a psychopath, but like, I do them. I don't enjoy them. I do them because I hate them, and they're good for developing overall leg muscles. But yeah, very important, because whenever you have like short shorts, or you just pull up your shorts, or whenever like you don't have any pants on, for example, this is the front. Again, the front is very important, the first thing that you see. So you do want to have good developed quads, bro. Don't skip leg day. It's half of your body. Don't skip legs. I know we've all been there. Maybe it is you right now. Don't freaking skip legs, bro. Next up, shoulders. And they're going straight to S tier. Full video on how to grow your shoulders pretty damn quickly. I think this is one of the best parts of my entire body, as you can see right here. Listen, you can watch the video here, but your shoulder has 3 heads. It has the side delt, it has the front delt, it has the rear delt. Now, you don't want to really worry about the front delt that much, because it is being hit whenever you're training your chest, so don't worry about front delt that much. Rear delt, pretty important, because it just gives you that 3D look. You want to do reverse cable flies, for example, or a reverse butterfly. That is also great, but if you don't have the machine, just go for a reverse cable flies. Very good, but also not as important as the side delt. This is the most important one. Honestly, one of like the most important aesthetic muscles, because it really gives you that Dorito shape. Again, everything is explained in the video about growing your shoulders, but you want to spam lateral raises. You have the exercises, the sets, the weight in the other video. Go ahead, check it out. But it is very, very important. Like, I'd say it is like maybe number 1, or just below maybe number 2 when it comes to having an aesthetic physique, because this really makes you wide at the top, and everyone wants to be wide at the top. Now we have upper back. I'm gonna put it at A. It is not as important as the lats, because whenever you're in a shirt, you can see the lats, you cannot see the upper back. But a lot of girls said that having developed back muscles is like the most attractive thing a guy can have. Now, a lot of, girls say different things, abs, biceps, blah, blah, blah. But this is very, very popular when it comes to this topic. So definitely don't skip it. You want to have good developed upper back. You want to have good developed traps again, because traps you can also see if you have a tank top, for example, not really in a shirt. Like if they're really, really developed, you're going to see them in a tight shirt, but don't skip your traps. Don't skip your upper back. Like it is very, very important for an aesthetic physique. And then we have triceps, which are going to go into A tier as well, because they are 2/3 of your arm. So whenever you're on your side, like if you want wide arms overall, you have to have big triceps, because again, 2/3 of your arm. But not as important as the biceps, for example, because it's just like having big biceps. Have you ever heard a girl say, I want a guy with big triceps? You did. But you did hear a girl say, I want a guy with big biceps. You did. So that's why it is still very important, because it just gives your arm the size. But like you really, really want the biceps to be like super, super developed, and you just want the triceps to be big, okay? Like whenever you're lean and have big triceps, you're gonna look sick regardless. But yeah, this is the tier list. See, nothing made it to D tier. Focus on these muscles. You're gonna look really aesthetic. You're gonna also look very aesthetic if you click the first link down below. It's gonna make you look really damn good, really damn quickly, with the least amount of struggle. And I know that, I am certain, because it got me in shape, it got other people in shape, so I know this works. You're gonna love it. And if you're not ready to pay me just yet, the second link down below is 100% free. It is 30 ways in 30 days that will help you get jacked. And it's 100% free. And by the time you finish it, you're gonna wanna pay me on the first link. And yeah, man, this was the tier list. Let me know if you want any more of these. This was kind of fun to make. I can make some about, I don't know, protein, about diets, about mindset exercises, specific exercises for these muscle groups, whatever you want, let me know down below. And with that said, guys, no matter if you're tired, go ahead and do what's required. Go get jacked, go get shredded, and go chase the physique that you always wanted, bro, because it was really worth it. Peace.